12 species of dogwood trees and shrubs. The Canadian bunchberry, also known simply as bunchberry or dwarf cornel, is one of 2 subshrubs in this group. It is a member of the subgenera Chamaeperoclaminum and is a very low-growing plant that spreads by rhizomes. It has glossy dark green leaves with conspicuous veins. The white flowers give way to red fruits in late summer, which are edible for humans. Fall foliage color is red to purple. Also known as bloodtwig dogwood or European dogwood, this species is an upright deciduous shrub with multiple stems. A member of the Swedish subspecies, the fruit of this plant should not be eaten by humans. Its leaves are elliptical to oval in shape, and dull white flowers in late spring give way to the toxic blue-black fruit in August. Fall foliage is sometimes an attractive red-purple. Young plants may have attractive red stems, but this sometimes fades to dull green in mature plants. You will likely need to prune common dogwood yearly or perhaps even more to keep it in check, as it can spread. Stiff dogwood, also known as swamp dogwood, is a large shrub or small tree. The fruits on this shrub are a brilliant shade of blue. The small white flowers appear in clusters called semes, and have an unpleasant odor. Fall color is an attractive burgundy red or purple. The Swedish Cornel is another subshrub that has dark purple flowers and white bracts. It grows best in moist spots and is often found in boggy areas. Also known as bunchberry, dwarf cornel, or bog bunchberry, this is a common plant in Arctic, tundra-type terrain. It is rarely planted in landscapes, except in mountainous alpine gardens. The Cornelian cherry, also known as European cornel, is a large shrub or small tree that is one of the earliest woody plants to flower each year. This species produces yellow flowers that bloom in early spring before the leaves appear. The oval leaves are about 4 inches long, and the fruits turn cherry red in midsummer. You can harvest the fruit of this tree once it has ripened and fallen to the ground, and use it to make liquors, jams, desserts, pickles, and sauces. Fall color is not very showy. When many people think of dogwoods, this is the plant they envision. Flowering dogwood is a small deciduous tree that blooms with white, pink, or red flowers in early spring. It is the state tree of North Carolina. Flowering dogwood has a low branching habit with a flattish crown. Dark green leaves, 3 to 6 inches long, turn an attractive red in fall. This is a good specimen tree for a location with acidic soil and afternoon shade. This species and the Pacific dogwood are prone to dogwood anthracnose, which can be controlled by pruning away affected branches. You may want to avoid planting where anthracnose is known to be a problem. Also known as Chinese dogwood, Korean dogwood, or Japanese dogwood, the Kousa dogwood is a small deciduous tree or multi-stemmed shrub. It produces an abundant display of yellowish-green flowers in spring and pinkish-red berries in summer. Fall color is purplish to red. This shrub has tan or gray bark that has a mottled, exfoliating texture that can be quite attractive in winter. Lower branches should be pruned away to enhance the appearance of the bark. Also known as northern swamp dogwood, gray dogwood is a deciduous shrub that forms thickets as the underground rhizomes spread. White flowers appear in late spring, leading to white berries in summer. They are edible to birds but should not be eaten by humans. The dark green leaves are lance-shaped and turn purplish-red in the fall. Look for this species to have new bark that is orange-brown each year. As the bark ages, it fades to gray. The mountain dogwood, sometimes known as Pacific dogwood, is a medium-sized deciduous tree that has an excellent tolerance for shady locations and dry, drought conditions. It is often considered the western version of the flowering dogwood, but with this plant, the white flowers are quite large and the fall color is yellow, orange, or red. The small fruits are bright orange or red. The various common names for this plant will help you identify it. Also known as alternate leaf dogwood, this plant is one of very few dogwoods that have leaves arranged alternately rather than in opposite positions on the stems. This is generally a multi-stemmed deciduous shrub, though it can take the form of a small tree with proper pruning. The branches form in layers and the crown is flat, suggestive of a pagoda. The cultivar Argentea is a beautiful variegated variety. This medium-sized shrub, also known as red osier dogwood, will stand out in your landscape with stems that start turning red at the end of summer or beginning of fall. As time goes on, the shade keeps brightening until it becomes very red in winter, providing a perfect contrast to a snowy or bare landscape. The stems become green again in the spring. The dark green leaves evolve through red and orange color before becoming purple in the fall. The whitish flowers are not very significant, but the white drupe berries are attractive to birds. Feel the coarse hairs found on the leaves in this species and you will see why this is named the rough-leaf dogwood. This is another Cornus species that may do well in your shadier spots, though there will be more flowers and fruit if it is planted in a location that receives full sunlight. It may also form colonies in your yard via suckers. Although generally found in moist locations in the wild, this species also has a good tolerance for dry conditions once the plants are established. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.